It's going to be another ride with me to work video as I just talk my thoughts out. A lot of times I'll make videos like this and then get my thoughts out on video, re-listen to them. Sometimes I don't re-listen to them, and I just end up deleting them. I don't know if I'll delete this one. I may upload them. Sometimes I upload them. In this video, I've had some recent events in my human video game life. We human avatars, we spirits that are living the human life, living through a human avatar, human character, that have wonderfully reminded me about Neville Goddard's words, do nothing. A lot of people in the manifesting world, they talk about, those that talk about Neville Goddard, his teachings will talk about how he says, don't lift a finger. He'll say, do nothing. Other places he'll say it's an illusion that you can do anything. Other places he said in his lectures that are the transcripts we have, the audio recordings, and in his 10 books, he would say what's done, what you do is already determined by the state of mind that you chose previously, or what is done unto you is done by you. It's already done by you by the choice you make, a state of mind. And there's a lot of people who do videos talking about inspired action and all this, that, and the other. Well, people have heard that, they talk about the flow, being in the state, being in flow, right? Like when I'm at work, operating equipment, or when I'm driving trucks, or just driving your car, whatever, you just get in that state of flow where things are going. Well, when you're truly in that state of flow, like a good athlete will tell you, when you're still truly in the state of flow, you don't know it at the moment. You're just going, you're just flowing. It's like you're dancing. It's just a flow state. Things are just working for you. It doesn't matter, if you work at a desk and computer and you're just, things are just working for you, right? It's just that flow moment before you realize that so much time has passed, and you just had a great session doing whatever you do, work, play, whatever. But you're in that state, that creative flow. It's just the juices are flowing, as they say. and I refer to the Tao Te Ching by Lao Tzu. If you're into it or interested, I highly suggest you read it. But I also highly suggest people read the Kybalion, but only when you're ready for it. But the Tao Te Ching by Lao Tzu is talking about the Tao, which means the way. And it's talking about living life in the Wu Wei state, which is the Chinese version of flow, basically. Wu Wei is Chinese for effortless action. It's action, but it's effortless. So it's like a flow. And some people interpret that as, what this guy in front of me is doing. Maybe he needs more coffee this morning. Anyhow, he's definitely not driving. Anyhow, he's not in a state of flow. It is effortless action. It's just you're flowing. You're doing action, but you're flowing. Some people call it inspired action. It's just things are just going. It's just you're doing whatever you're doing. Thoughts will flow to you. When you need an idea or inspiration or an answer, thoughts will flow to you. Action, you'll flow action. There's flow where it's outward events, situations just flow and work for you, like all the lights turn green or something, as you're going down the road or something. Those type of things. Traffic, it just seems to get out of your way. That kind of thing. People will everything. It's that wonderful state we all wish we could be in all the time. And you're in and out of that state, just like you're up and down, you're above mind and you're below mind. You're flowing up and down like the Kundalini snake up and down the chakra ladder, or your spine, your spinal cord, your staff of life. In mysticism, there was a kitty cat on the side of the highway there, just sitting there. I guess he's going to work. Anyhow, or he's probably night shift, doing mouse patrol. I guess you're gonna let me in, aren't you, buddy? If you don't, I hope you got insurance. Anyhow, So the whole idea of flow, and flow is you're not trying to figure anything out, you're not trying to force anything out. And the Tao Te Ching teaches this, and Hermetic mysticism teaches this concept, and just uses the term flow. You flow, you have that Hermetic mystic state of flow, or Wu Wei in Chinese mysticism. And things are just moving for you in life. You've been, whether physically moving, your ideas are just flowing. Like I said, the juices are flowing. I have learned the hard way in my life, before I even got into metaphysics seriously in 2016. I've learned the hard way in my life, and even during that period of time as I was learning, I say I had my first 3 years of studying mysticism and metaphysics and manifestation and manifesting and all that good stuff. It took me about 3 years, 2016, all of 2016, because I started early in 2016, like January, February, in 2017, 2018, all the way to January 2019, when I finally started, it took me 3 years. Because of the previous belief systems and state of mind I had, I was mixing my manifesting in with a whole bunch of silliness and religious bullshit and regulations and rules and crap. That's why now I'm so adversarial, or in the Aramaic, satanic, as an ex-Christian, so satanic to anyone's rules or conditions they try to put on you about manifesting or metaphysics or flow in life or anything like, rules like what you can and can't eat, or what you have to believe or think, or any of that kind of bullshit, right? There's only conscious awareness, and anything you add to that, that's your business. If you want to put rules to your life and things like that, and how things can manifest or how things can flow for you, then those are going to be your rules. Case in point, a lot of good manifesting teachers on YouTube make the good point, and a truthful point, that, things manifest easily for you. We do it anyway, naturally. But now we just do it consciously, knowing what we want to manifest, instead of just manifesting a bunch of good stuff and bad shit, And they make the point that if you believe that you have to work hard for money, or that manifesting is hard, or that you have to, spin around 3 times and rub your belly and gargle peanut butter to manifest something, then that's going to be true for you. Because there's only conscious awareness. So it's only what you're consciously aware of. If you're consciously aware that manifestation is easy, you can manifest what you want and let it come in its own way in its own time easily, then that's the way it's going to be for you. So I have learned in life the hard way numerous times, and looking back, I began to understand that you do not have to force a goddamn thing in life. You don't have to figure anything out. I've made videos, talked about this before. I did a video where I titled in the title. I put the acronym for "I don't give a fuck" in the title. I can't remember the full title, but learning to not give a fuck, learning to understand that to think that you can do anything is, like Neville Goddard said, an illusion. Because, I got to work hard to get the money that I want to manifest, or I got to go buy the lottery tickets. No, you don't. Stop thinking that way. If it feels good to you to buy lottery tickets, or to work extra hours at work or something like that, then fucking do it. If it feels good to you, right? This is where the saying, if it feels good, do it. And people took that the wrong way. It's not a hedonistic statement. It's a statement about learning to be in flow, the state of Wu Wei, the state of ease, and all of that. So life is nothing but consciousness. It is mental. All of life, all of the universe, all of existence, even so-called physical matter, is nothing but mental. The only objective truth is consciousness. There is no physical truth. So anyhow, it's a reflection of what's going on within the mind, within consciousness. Now, the collective consciousness, the universal consciousness of the universe, or the source, or the all, or God, if that's what you want to call it. And then there is your individual consciousness of what goes on in your personal life. No one can control what goes on or is true or manifest in your personal life. No one. And you can't manifest for other people. You can only manifest how you experience them. If you want to see someone doing well, healed from an illness they have, or doing better financially or something like that, a cousin, a relative, a loved one, a friend, you want to see them doing well, you imagine how, and you choose how you experience them. You can only control your life. You're actually not controlling theirs. So anyhow, everything is in the mind. So understanding everything is in the mind means that the actions you take out here come from the state of mind that you're in anyway. That's why people have habits, and even bad habits or things like that, or impulsive actions. It's because ultimately it's where your state of mind, your state of focus is. State of mind means perception, or contains within it the perception. It also contains the physical reality within it. If you're in the state of mind of poverty, that's going to be true for you no matter how hard you work. If you're in a state of mind of wealth and financial abundance, that's what's going to happen no matter what you do. Okay? It's your perception, your state of mind is what is reflected out in your outer physical world, not the actions you take. That's a fact. Now, anything in this physical life, whether it's a rock, a tree, a car, you driving down the road in the car, over a rock, into a tree, any of that is a manifestation. Any actions you take, so-called inspired action, all that, is a manifestation. What Neville Goddard, the great Neville Goddard, was trying to explain was, if you get yourself in a state of mind of what it is that you have, that you already have it, like you've already been to the concert that it was hard to get tickets for, or you already own the new vehicle, or in the loving marriage or relationship you want, moved to the new home you want, got the better job, whatever it is, better healing, you're healthy in your body now, whatever, got the weight you want to be at, whatever. If you're in the state of mind first, and you're there in mind first, any actions you take that seemingly lead to that are a manifestation, just like a manifestation of someone saying, hey, you got the winning lottery ticket, hey, call you up and tell you, hey, I got this great job for you that you didn't even know about. Someone just gives you a nice new car, whatever. All these manifestations, those are manifestations from a state of mind you were previously in. Everything originates from mind, from consciousness, from states, not from any goddamn actions you take. Take all the actions you want and still fail. You can take a lot of actions and try to struggle and do things and make things hard for yourself. I myself took actions in my life for things that I wanted. I can think of certain actual specific situations, but that I did in my past and in my life, where I tried to force things or try to think it out, figure it out, and think, oh, this must be right. This is the way it is. Instead of just allowing things to happen in my life. That includes allowing myself to take whatever natural actions I'm going to take anyway. Allowing myself to have whatever good thoughts, inspiration, ideas come to me. Allowing people to do for me. Allowing things to happen as they naturally are going to play out. All you get to do is choose in this life. Neville Goddard said the only freedom you have is to choose. To choose what is true for you. That's it. And like you said, it's an illusion to think you can do anything else. And he would say, don't lift a finger, because don't even try. Don't even try to force it. If it feels good to go put an application in for this better job, do it. It may not be the job that you get. You may get something better. But if it feels good to you, do it. Okay? If it does good to you to say, ow or fuck when you stub your toe, do it. Go ahead and be yourself. That's part of flow. Be your natural self. Just be who you would be anyway. But don't do anything. And the good manifestation teachers, and I don't claim to be a manifestation teacher, but I'm just a guy talking my beliefs out on YouTube, getting my thoughts out. Now my family, and some of my family listens to my videos every now and then. My wife, she listens to all my videos, but she hears all this stuff anyway, and she believes this stuff too. We talk about this all the time. She has great ideas herself and experiences to share. But anyhow, you're going to take the natural actions anyway. So be your natural self. This is another thing where the New Age movement and the spiritualists are always talking about being your true authentic self. They're right about that. Be your true authentic self, and your true authentic self is not toxic, it's not negative, it's not hateful, it's not down, it's not your true essence is spirit. And your true essence is lively and full of life and energy and creativity. That's who you are. I don't care if you're a criminal. I don't care if you're a toxic person. You can change the character you're playing if you wish and become a very positive and happy person and a productive person, a creative person, and a person living a full, fun life that you're enjoying. And people enjoy being around you. But the natural actions that you take come from the natural state of who you are now. So if you say, well, I'm in a state of I always have an abundance of money, I always have more than enough to pay my bills and buy things I want and pay for things and this, that, and the other. Okay, for myself and for loved ones and stuff. You be in that state of mind no matter what your bank account or your wallet or your purse shows right now. You be in that state of mind anyway. And you choose that, and you choose that every day. You choose to see the world from that perspective. You're not delusional. You know you ain't got enough money in your bank account right now, or enough cash in your wallet right now. But you choose to see the world from that perspective, and choose it every time that topic comes up into your mind. Doubting thoughts come into your mind, say, nope, that's not true. When you see your bank account, go, oh, just react like it's got lots of money in it. It's not about being delusional. It's just choosing how you're going to see things. You're just going to see it as good anyway. You're not imagining something that's not there. Like, you're not at the weight you want to be right now, but you just choose to see the world that you are that weight. You'll become that weight. You'll become the healthy person who doesn't have the medical ailments anymore. You'll become the person who has the financial situation you want, or the rare bicycle you want, or found the love of your life, or found the long lost friend you've been wanting to, attract back into your life, and reconnect with, or get the good business deals if you're a business person. Whatever. I mean, that's what you just still see that anyway. Now, but fighting and forcing things out and fighting with reality, that's just that comes from a state of mind that it's not there. Don't do anything from a state of lack. That's something I want to make a point of. Don't do anything from a state of lack. Do it from a state of already got it. I already got it. And if you already got it, you're not looking for it, are you? Well, then how am I going to get that, win that lottery, or how am I going to get that money, or how am I going to get that better health, or lose that weight, or whatever? Simple. Once you're already in the state, it's like, I love this example. I use it. A lot of people use it. It's like you went to a time machine and you went to the future and you already seen that you got the thing or experienced the thing you want or whatever. Got the better health, whatever it is that you want, the money, whatever, the love life, whatever, the new car. You got these things. You took the trip to Europe that you wanted to go, or if you live in Europe, happen to be watching this video, with a trip to, I don't know, America or somewhere you want to go. So anyhow, you already had those things. Then how would you do? You wouldn't try to figure out how you did it. You'd come back, okay, I went in a time machine and I got to borrow a time machine and I already got it. What would you do? You would just live your life normally, knowing whatever events are going to happen. You don't go around trying to force it to happen. You know you don't have to. You've already seen the future. That's how you do manifestation. I love how tail lights and red lights make my face look red like the devil. I love it. But that's what you do. You simply just accept that it's a done deal. This is what Neville taught. When he wrote a book, Feeling is a Secret. He talked about feeling it real. That when he was asked what he meant, he said, I don't mean emotion or nothing. He says, I mean the feeling like it's already done, accepting it's already done. This is why he called his thing, we talk about the law of attraction and all this manifestation, he called his thing the law of assumption. It's not really a law, but it's a principle. He simply means you just assume that you got it. He said, assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. That was a famous line of his, assume the feeling. So you're assuming the feeling. Well, the feeling is the feeling of assumption that it's already done. That's literally what it is. Assuming it real, or assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled, as Neville would say, was literally what he meant with that, was literally feeling the assumption it's already done. You just accept. And he said, when he's asked, he said, what do you mean then if you don't mean emotion? And he said, the feeling of acceptance. You just accept it's already a fucking done deal. Anytime you feel a desire for something, automatically know that it's possible for you. All things are one thing. The desire and fulfillment are the same thing. Just like in temperature, hot and cold, distance, near and far. It's all the same thing. The Kybalion teaches all is one thing. Time is just the eternal now. There's just only one thing. Okay? There's light and absence of light. There's heat and absence of heat. That's temperature. That's all there is. It's one thing. Everything's stretched out here, so now we have time, and we experience time. We can experience taste, bittersweet, and all that, sour, and all that. It's all one thing. But it's stretched out so we can experience it. We can experience time, as in yesterday, tomorrow, the past, present, future, minutes, hours, days, months, years. We can experience. It's all slowed down here so we can experience things. All right? So your diet is all one thing, but you get to experience what you eat and drink slowly, meal by meal, drink by drink, you see. So everything's stretched out here so we can enjoy it. But all things are just one thing. If you desire it, it automatically means it's yours. It's automatically yours. Just accept it's a done deal. The feeling of acceptance, the feeling of assumption. You're feeling it real. It feels real to you. It's like it's already a done deal. It doesn't matter what the physical world shows right now. So that's manifesting. Well, in the course of the process of this life with seemingly time, there's seemingly as a delay or time between when you want something and, you know, when you accept that you have it and when it actually physically manifests or becomes made known. So, but the point that I want to make is I'm almost to work here now. The point that I want to make in this video notes here is that you don't have to force anything. You don't have to do a goddamn thing. If you're in the state of mind that it is done, it is done. You'll do the actions anyway. And you don't have to restrain yourself from doing anything either, because that's trying to force things. Just be yourself. If you would normally make the phone call, don't go, well, I don't want to interfere, but I want to make the call about this car that I want, or this job I want, or, you know, see if this lady wants to go out on a date or something, you know. Do it anyway. But if you get a no, you don't worry about it, because you don't condition it. You don't say, well, I would have got that if I'd made this phone call or did this action, or if I feel like doing this, but if I don't do it, just don't do it from a state of lack, okay? Make sure you're not making that phone call or doing that action from a state of lack. Always do it from, it's already done, even if what I'm doing right now, I'm just going to do it because it feels good to do it. I'm not trying to force it, or I'm going to go ahead and do it, or I'm going to go through the actions, or whatever. But you don't condition. You already got it anyway. But the whole forcing thing, I have learned the hard way numerous times, even before learning about manifestation itself. I would have faith God was going to do this because I was, you know, a former Christian. I had faith God was going to do this for me or that. And then I would try to force things and make things happen. Oh, it must be this. If I don't take this action, I'm not showing faith in God. You see? So I have learned to do nothing. I've learned about worrying about nothing. I've learned not to give a fuck. Let me get my stuff out of my bag here. I've learned not to give a fuck and just know that it's already a done deal and not worry about what seemingly is going on. If there's seemingly people against you, situations against you, whatever, it doesn't matter. You've already made up your mind. Everything is fine, always working out for you. And by the way, sometimes you have to get fired for things to work out that you get that new job. Sometimes your car needs to break down really bad or something for you to actually get that car that you've really been wanting the whole time, and things work out. My oldest son, that he had that happen to him. He kept talking about this vehicle he wanted, and he was learning about manifestation, and he was wanting. Get this out of his bag here. He was learning about manifestation stuff because, you know, I raised him to be a Christian, and he was raised to be a Christian, and then he was learning, you know, like me, getting out all that bullshit. And he was wanting, and he was needing a better vehicle anyway. And he was wanting a better vehicle, and he actually had a make and model type vehicle he wanted, really wanted it. Well, he's coming home from work one day, and his vehicle broke down, and it broke down really bad. It was just going to cost way too much to fix. It wasn't worth it. Well, that pushed him to go get the vehicle, and he got the chosen vehicle that he desired. And he got it, and he's driving it now. He just loves it. He loves that vehicle. Nothing fancy, but for him, he just loved it. Exactly what he wanted. And he found one like he wanted, and he got it. And he got it at a price that he wanted to pay, and everything worked out. And so sometimes you have to have, in Tarot, they talk about the tower moment. Sometimes you have to have that tower moment, you know, or the seeming devil shows up, you know, the devil card. You have to have those moments sometimes to all that. So, but the thing of it is, if you just allow things to happen, so even something that seemingly is bad happening actually is good. If you learn to see things that way, I get something out here. If you learn to see things as good, always working out for you, no matter what's going on, they're going to be good. It's going to be good. It's always going to be good for you. Always. And I have learned to just live my life Because, as Neville said, he said you only have one freedom, and that is the freedom to choose. And he meant the freedom to choose what is true for you in your life on a daily basis. And you just keep choosing it no matter what. I got a burr on my fingernail here. I can't stand that. You choose. Yes, I'm a guy and I keep a nail file with me. I also keep nail clippers too, because I can't stand it when my fingernails have snags on them. So anyhow, that's what you want to do. You just flow. Choose. Once you know what you've chosen, and you understand that you're the node of experience from the one, that you are a ray of we are all rays of the one sun, of the one universal mind. People call it the universe. They call it universal mind. I prefer to call it universal mind. The Kabbalion and Hermetic mysticism is called the all. And some people just call it God. People call it source, which I think is a good term for it. Source. It's the source of all, because it's the source. It is consciousness itself. That's all there is consciousness. The whole universe is consciousness. That's what it is. It's mind. It's mental. So, and there's only conscious awareness. As Neville Goddard would say, there's only conscious awareness. There's only your conscious awareness. Of course, he wasn't the only one who taught that for sure, but that's all there is. So when you realize you can't do anything, it's an illusion to think that you're this physical human body, this physical human brain and spinal cord, nervous system. It's an illusion for you to think that out-of-body experiences prove that is a falsity. It's bullshit. That you're just your human brain and a bunch of biochemicals and hormones and electrical impulses and you know, cells of protein and stuff like that. If that's what you think, you know, whatever, but science has already proven over and over that matter has its own consciousness to it, and quantum scientists, nuclear physicists have proven that. The double slit experiment has been done over, you know, hundreds of times, different scientists over decades, and it's been proven over 100 years now. I think it's been proven that subatomic particles have a form of consciousness, and they interact with our consciousness. Well, that's what the mystery schools have been teaching for hundreds, if not thousands of years. And science has also proven over and over that you can go out of your body. So your out-of-body experiences and stuff are proven and charted and documented and proven it happened. The people did go out of their body and were seeing things that their physical body was nowhere near. So that's a fact. So that's just a scientific fact that you're not your physical body. Some people in the religious world call it your soul or spirit. It doesn't matter. It's consciousness is what it is. You're an individuated consciousness. You're a ray of the sun, so am I. We're all rays of the same sun, fingers of the same hand. That hand, you can call it God, you can call it consciousness, source, the all, universe, universal mind. Now, as a ray of the sun, the finger of the hand, you're like a tentacle, like an octopus or squid, you know, octopus's leg or a squid's, you know, tentacles. So you are, we're experiencer nodes, feeler nodes. We're experiencing. We all have individuated experiences. We're all one, and everyone has their own individual sovereign reality and experience. That's why you can't manifest for other people. You can only manifest how that person appears in your world. So, we are all nodes of the one and experiencer nodes. And our job, as Neville said, our only freedom and our job is to experience, and our only freedom is to choose what we experience. So once you've chosen what you're going to experience, you keep choosing it over and over and over. If you have to just keep reminding yourself of it 100 times, if you keep have negative thoughts in your head, or just whenever the thought comes up about your bank account, your health, your weight, your love life, vehicle, where you live, anything, right? Whatever it is you want in your life, your dreams, follow your blisses. Always follow your blisses and your dreams and your desires, because those are always telling you what you can and have. As I always say, Neville said desire is divine, and I always add to that, desire is divine. It's your higher mind telling you what you can and will have or experience, if you will accept it to be true and allow it to happen. And this video is about the allowing part, but you got to first accept it and keep accepting it, keep choosing it. Nope, I've got plenty of money. I have an abundance of money. Nope, that bill's paid. Nope, I have a good relationship with this person. Nope, I have a good relationship with this person. Nope, I'm the weight I want to be. Nope, my health is good. Nope, my blood pressure is good. My blood sugar is good. Nope, this, that. Nope, I have a good running vehicle. Maybe you need a new one or whatever. It doesn't matter, or need yours fixed. But either way, that's going to happen for you. Whatever you chose. So if you desire it, you choose it. You keep choosing, and you keep choosing it. So you choose and you allow, choose and you allow, you choose and allow, you choose and allow. When you're allowing, the whole point of allowing is literally do nothing. Just be yourself. Be your happy, go lucky self. And you'll find that life is fun. It is magical. and that you don't have to argue with people. You don't have to fight with your own fucking thoughts. You're not the thinker of the thoughts. Okay, you're the awareness watching the thoughts go by, and then if you choose to get stuck on an awareness of something, I like to use the analogy of you're sitting and you're watching a highway, you're watching cars go back and forth, you're watching big trucks, you're watching motorcycles, cars, and all that stuff going up and down the road, and you lock in on the red four-door car, or you lock in on the motorcycle or the big truck. All right, thoughts come and go in your head. You're not your thoughts. You're not the thinker of the thoughts. You're the awareness, and you can be aware of what thoughts you're locking in on. If you want to lock in on negative thoughts about your money, your health, oh, I never have money, it's hard to come by, or can't never get, the opposite sex is so hateful and toxic, you know, men or women or whatever, they're so toxic, and then that's what always going to be proved true for you, right? I never have good luck with pets, dogs, or cats. You can change that immediately. Take your mind off of that car and put it on the car that you want to be true for yourself. The car, the thought, the line of thought. And you just keep choosing it over and over and over. No matter, all the other cars and thoughts are always going to come and go. But the ones you choose, you're the chooser node. Your job is to experience, and doing your job is only one thing. Choose. Choose what you're going to experience. And then allow it to happen. You must allow it to happen. Again, this video is about the allowing aspect. You have to do nothing. No matter what seemingly is going on, things are falling apart. At work, in your personal life, whatever. Your car seems to be falling apart. You choose always that better is for you, and you accept that as your truth. You assume it's your truth, and it doesn't matter if it takes hours, days, months, weeks, years, depending on what it is. It will always be true for you. All right, I'm going to end it here, and I'll be going in here and clocking in for the day.